what was the look that turned into the deal?
So,
Or should
which is
we
what
take
I
a
was
break?
about to get into, but this is a nice segue to get back to it. So I would hang out, mob around Philly. You know, I would have a job. One of the seasons when I had a job, on my days off, I used to like to go to the movies a lot. You know, because that was classic escapism. You know, make me feel like I'm in a different reality than mine, please. You know,
Right.
so I would go to the movies. I would like literally make a day out of it. I would watch 2-3 movies that day. You know,
Sneaking in.
no, I had a
You
job, bro.
You pay for it.
Yeah.
Why?
Cause I'm honest like that.
Oh, that's crazy.
Because honesty is crazy.
No, I'm just saying, like,
No,
it's too easy. It's too easy. My
I
guy.
know, but it wasn't right. So I'm the same guy that don't sing for pennies. Like I just had this moral thing that I had to keep because I needed to believe that I was doing something good and being. Because then, if not, then fuck everything. Then I turn into whoever that guy is.
Right.
You know, it's not that I didn't have intrusive thoughts, and it's not like I didn't have ideas and I couldn't follow through with it. You know, I just didn't have the stomach for it. You know, and plus I made a personal pact to myself around about 14. You know, because I used to be a little finesser. You know, because I was like that.
Yeah.
But I just kept getting caught. It was literally around like 13, 14. I kept getting caught because I was sloppy because it wasn't that deep, to me to like, because either ante up or get out the game, bro. And I said, you know what? I don't have whatever I may need, to upgrade, my strats on how to like finagle.
Is this around the age that you lost the eye?
Now that happened dumb early. Yeah, that happened. I was like, according to my mom, because I don't have no memories from back then. But according to my mom, I was maybe she's had some kind of months. I wasn't 2 yet, but I was a little older than 1, if I remember correctly. And some freak accident happened. My uncle was watching me. A fork was involved. I don't know. One thing led to another. Give me the fork. No.
Damn.
Did you grow up feeling an insecurity from that?
Yeah. For mad years, I didn't think I was cute. Chicks ain't holler. Having a lazy eye is weird. And when young people don't care.
Did Biggie make you feel better?
Not really, and not in that way. I didn't feel like one of us. Like nah. I thought it was cold. Like he inspired me as a rapper more than
The eye thing.
the eye thing. You get. I got the idea. Of I could just do what Big do. Just put on shades.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, and plus Stevie did his whole career with shades on. So. And that's my guy. So, but yeah, that played a lot, in it. I had a chipped tooth because Knucklehead decided that he want to jump the gap. So these benches, cement benches at my elementary school for shits and gigs, miscalculated. Woke up at the crib. Well, what's happening? And chipped my tooth, man. Yeah. So, I was short, lazy eye, gap tooth, chipped gap tooth, chubby, no self-esteem. Like I just had so many things.
With a voice of gold.
But then there is
With
that.
a voice of gold.
But then there's that.
Right. You could stop strangers in the street
Yeah.
and have them sing your praises after.
Yeah.
Hitting a couple notes.
So you were saying that you were in the movies.
Oh
You
yeah,
had
thank you.
escapism, right? To get to the deal.
So I would go to the movies a lot, and there's one movie theater up in this area called 69th Street in Philly. It was a United Artists movie theater. Remember United Artists?
Yeah.
United Artists movie theater that was literally right next door to this record store called Coconuts.
Oh,
And remember Coconuts? Yeah. So apparently it was a franchise. It was a bunch of them.
Yeah, it's a gang of them.
But it's the first time I ever heard of a Coconuts. And I was like, oh, this is cool. It was a record store. And I would just go to the record store and call it a record store. A store that sold music because it was doing CDs at the time. There was no records in there.
Right.
Tapes and CDs. They might have had a vinyl section. They may have. But anyway, I would just go and play record roulette, you know. I was looking for something new and I would just go, I'm picking this one. Don't know who you are. Might be dope, might be trash. I'm buying it. And I would, you know, throw it in the Discman. And I know I'm saying a lot of stuff. The younger generation be like, what the hell?
What is that?
What are you talking about?
A
That's what Google's
Discman?
for.
A Discman? You got a CD? What? You didn't just stream it? Why you gotta buy it? Dude, you had to be there. Anyway, and I found out a lot of cool stuff that way, you know?
Like,
It's this artist named Frankie. He's really dope. Chucky Thompson did a lot of music for him or whatever.
Frankie Lyman?
No, Frankie.
No.
Period.
Frankie? Just Frankie?
Yeah.
Oh, it was Frankie Lyman.
it's okay, man. It's okay.
Yeah, you know, I ain't that old.
You said it, bro.
Right.
You ain't gotta save it. Nobody judging you. Yeah, a dope artist named Frankie, but he only put out one album. I was like, damn, like, but you know, you learn later how possible it is for a person to be dope, put out a project, and you never hear from them again. You know what I'm saying? I think he did a duet with Faith on there actually. Who else? This artist named Bjork. I don't know if anybody ever heard of Bjork.
Heard of
She's
Bjork.
super dope.
Very eclectic.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
eclectic,
actually, yeah. A lot of people, you know, just and I was really into different genres because you know, people at least you know in my community, you know, I was either singers or rappers, and it's like I would hang out with different crowds. You know, some people listen to trip hop, some people listen to punk rock. Some people listen to, reggae. You know, I got into reggae really heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's he guys?
Classics. Bob, Peter. Then I found Bad Brains, which was a punk rock
band. Yeah.
reggae. The roster's doing punk. Like, it's
Crazy.
dope. I was into the original Afrobeat, Fela Kuti. You know, I was heavy into Fela. A lot of jazz. Sarah Vaughan and Ella Fitzgerald and Billie Holiday and Duke Ellington and Count Basie, John Coltrane, Sonny Rollins. It's a lot of jazz. I would just listen to this jazz station that they had in Philly. I would literally go to sleep to that every night. I used to get high with my Uncle Skeeter. Anyway, so I would go to the record store.
Play record roulette.
Yeah, and the guys that worked there, one was a singer. I think he was the manager of that store, and the other guy, he was just working the cashier. I guess he just worked there. The cash register, and I would kick it with them because they would see me come a lot, come to the pause. No. They would see me come to the store a lot. Nobody got that. Cut it out.
Right. All right, let's go.
They would see me come through to the store a lot, and I would buy a lot of music, and they was like, hey, I see you in here a lot. Say you into music? Like, yeah, I actually sing. Oh, word. Oh, yeah. Well, he sings. Oh, okay, cool. Nice to meet you. Blah, blah, blah. And then that conversation. And start talking about stuff, around that time I was doing a lot of, I guess research, studying, a lot of artists that I was really into because I was trying to find my own voice. So, I would listen to Brian McKnight and R. Kelly and 112, Boyz II Men, and then I was also working on my falsetto, because I realized, as a baritone, I can't really sing all of those Stevie Wonder notes. So I gotta figure out a way
How to freak your joint.
you know. So then
Cool.
you know, I learned. You know, I always knew about falsetto, but it was through that process of wanting to hit those notes that I developed. Well, you know, you can actually use your falsetto because most people use falsetto to just like sing the high note and then they kind of get out of there.
Right.
And I was like, nah, I want to be able to sing a song in that key, but I would have to develop a falsetto in order to do that. So my brain was like, well, who better to learn from than people who naturally sing in those registers, which is predominantly female artists. So I would sit and I would like study a lot of female artists as far as how they would, you know, how they would vocally arrange their songs and the melodies and the runs that they would do, and you know, and then try to translate that to how much breath control I would need in order to accomplish that, how to pull that off, because it's a different thing. They get it effortlessly, or at least more effortless than me. Right. You know, I gotta push and I gotta like figure that out. So by the time, for instance, by the time I recorded the song Love, that was the first time I was ever actually able to do that. You know?
Wow.
And then I learned the hard way that, you know, it's cute to do it in the studio, but when you got to do it live, night after night,
Consistently,
that's a whole different animal. And
everybody's waiting for that part.
Fam,
too.
There were days I did not have it.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.